Hey everyone, RemanX here, and we're going to go into the hardest conversation we're going to have today. I'm celebrating my birthday. It is patch day, and I'm going to ask this question. Is this patch a bust? So you guys have seen all the Envoy videos. You guys have seen these teams that are coming out, and I'm going to ask you guys something. Does it matter? We've been showcased these teams for months, for weeks. We got hyped about characters. We got told a Doom Raid was going to show up in the game, and we were going to need the Astonishing X-Men to do it. And I don't know. Let's go into the raid here, and we're going to go over something that I am concerned about. Doom Raids. So we were told that this raid is going to make our mutants relevant, that we were going to take them in here, and the Axemen were going to be a solution for this amazingly new challenge that is going to test the mettle of your alliance, test the strength of your roster, and pit you against the rest of the alliances for the utmost completion and the ultimate rewards. Well, let's get right to it. So if you bring your mutants up and you want to take them to the end level, you want to maximize your Axemen, you get to use them on 1, 2, and 3 nodes. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Let's even be more realistic. You get to use them on 1, 2, and a half nodes. Really? That's what we got? That's what I've been planning for G15. Excited about for months. Now I get it. I mean, they're going to fit into other game modes and other content. I get it. But it's getting to the point where we're hyping up teams. We're building these teams up. And I've got to really just question what's in the cards for us. So I'm looking over here at Mystic, and I'm looking at this, and I'm getting some feedback, and we're going to talk about something. We're going to talk about somebody that you guys might know, and we're going to call him that guy. And that guy is in your raid right now, in your alliance right now, waiting to finish this node for you to make sure they get the rewards. Because we haven't figured out how to make sure people get credit. Because guess what? This whole one, by the way, yeah, we know, we've had people beat it already. This whole one, orange mat, will cause alliances to crumble. You might think I'm kidding, but I've been there. That guy will either make other people want to quit, or worse, will wind up becoming a constant source of contention when nodes come down to it. You gave us a raid where we have 6 lanes, 2 people floating, but we had to organize it in a way that the floaters would have to pop in there and make sure that they were absolutely doing the best of supporting the other teammates. And guess what? It's already started. Finger pointing and blame game is not fun. And you've built it again. And more importantly, guys, I don't even know if you should bother. Because guess what? You're taking a G15 chock full roster and throwing against this raid. You're spending cores to try to finish it just because you feel embarrassed you started it, because it's going to wind up costing you more raid points for what? For what? For this. The top 1 to 2 people, you know, that guy who hits that one node 17 times and gets number 1 in the raid because he hit 900 billion points of damage, gets half a raid point, and the guy who's efficient with this team looks up at him and goes, why do I bother? Continuously, we're looking at this and we're like, is the juice worth the squeeze? I get it. This isn't meant to be to take us to the end game right away. This is the end game that's being highlighted as something that we're going to have to solve down the road, guys. I get it. But what's the next team we're going to need? Right? So So if you guys want to take a look at these raids, right? A Nightmare in M Street. Go nuts. Because we got to pay the bills. I've already had 5 or 6 people tell me that this is about it. This is about the last time straw they're going to have playing this game. And I don't know. I'm trying to see the bright side of it. I love the Axemen team. I love the idea of Moon Knight. But I don't love the idea that we're in a mode in this game where we can't bring up characters to balance the PvP metas because G14 was too powerful. And what's happening is we're gaining more of this orange content, the 14 and 15 gear, by near impossible raid standards. And I get it. Whales should be rewarded for building their roster and building their time. I get it.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
But it isn't enough when we literally have to get through this every single time and there's no path that makes sense. Because guess what? I'm excited for Night Nurse, but I don't think she's the healer that this raid needs, because I'm pretty sure that Mystique, Doom, and the rest of the pay the bills bunch erases her before she's relevant. So it is slam your head up against the wall. Hope you beat this raid. Congratulations, you're going to beat this for the first time. And then you're going to get, what? A whole half or a quarter of a G15 piece of material. And the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. Now, I was hoping to see more T4s because I was hypothesizing that we would see a raid that would feature more T4s, because the second level of T4s was around the corner and would balance out the entirety of our roster. We were going to have a full roster patch because you were going to rebuild those the beautiful day. Because what was it, June 2018? Well, last time we had any ability upgrades? I'm still sitting on tons of irrelevant characters and become more and more irrelevant as time progresses, and the rush to buy new characters is disappointing. And I am excited by the Shadowlands characters, but I'm a Kraken. And I have to pick and choose the teams that I go nuts on. Yeah, go nuts. Because even I can't get them to the point where they're going to be competing with the Black Order. So we have Envoy footage, by the way, guys, and I'm going to skip the theatrics here. Looks great. It looks great. But I know very well what's going to happen. You're not wrong saying they're Skilletary 2.0. The main reason is they've got to get to the point where you can build them up to the Black Order levels. We've had Black Order for almost a year now. Black Order has been trickling in the game for almost a year now. And they have largely been the meta since they've approached that time period. And that is a very, very long time. In that time, we saw promotion credits flood in. We saw the G14 meta that dragged them through Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4. Because 3 of the Black Order team are high consideration for DD4, which means in order for Shadowlands to really challenge them, they're gonna need the gear that's comparable. Otherwise, Thanos is just gonna snap them out of existence. And we'll see. I have high hopes for the design team. The animations look great. But you gotta understand the trepidation of your community. I think for the large part, we see how they fit into the timing. And I think the Envoy video was specifically to show you how they fit into the timing. So guess what, guys? Again, I'm going to do things so you don't have to. We're going to take it up. We're going to make sure that this meets our expectations. And I think they can beat Black Order. But just be prepared. You are going to have to make roster decisions to make it worthwhile. So, for those of you guys who haven't hit the city lane of DD4, we're going to find out if Moon Knight is going to solve that problem. We're going to find out if our good friend Bishop is viable in Dark Dimension 4. We're going to find out very soon if Jubilee is a good alternative for the legendary character in Dark Dimension 4. And we're going to do a lot more with our teams. So, I'm not willing to call this patch a total bust yet, but I'm telling you guys, let the Krakens have first crack at it. We'll help you figure that out. So, love you guys much. Hope you guys enjoyed the birthday and the celebration. This patch isn't a bust, but let's be careful and tread carefully, because the investment level is not something you're going to be able to quickly recover if you start matching this power level. Those people who brought Skilletary, while they have an Marauder counter, they don't have much else. Love you much.